sales organization all on straight commission. Okay? Who here would like to do that? Okay, I will teach you how to do that. Even if you think you don't want to do that, you're wrong. You will want to do it, okay? So our radio ads generate about 1,200 leads a week, 4,000 or 5,000 a month. The ads that you heard actually are pulling even better. All radio spots are educational based. They all teach something. In fact, Stan, can you get ready 26,000 products? Or start with a statistic that makes you say, wow. So again, all of our radio spots all have a wow factor, all teach something of value.
Hi, this is Tony Robbins. If you're a business owner, I'm sure you're noticing the massive changes that are occurring in the marketplace. There are 26,000 new products hitting the market every year, and up to 30% of consumers change brand loyalty in a single night of watching television. Add to that the impact of our economic times, and boy, you better be proactive if you own a business. How would you like strategies that can make you bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy and these fast-changing times? You probably heard of Chet Holmes, best-selling author and advisor to 60 Fortune 500 clients. But what you probably don't know is that I've recruited Chet and a team of world-leading business experts to help you grow your business in these tough times, and I'm doing it for free. We want to invest in you first by getting you bulletproof strategies that'll astonish you. Seriously, I'm going to introduce you and business owners to concepts that are going to reshape commerce. And if you're at the head of the curve, you'll take market share before your competitors even know what hit them. Call us and leave us a voicemail with your email, and we'll email you these business-shaping insights. Call 1-800-580.
So that starts with a wow. 26,000 new products every year, 30% of brand, people switch brands overnight. That's compelling, right? You guys want that report? Yeah. Right? Okay. So that pulled really well, that ad. Really unbelievable. And this is the commerce shaping stuff we're talking about. This stuff is going to reshape commerce. And those of you in this room who are at the early crest of this kind of educational marketing, it's like impossible to catch up. Companies that we've helped switch to this kind of selling, they start doubling, tripling, quadrupling their sales. There's people in this room who've had increases in response of 16,000%, 1,000%, 3,000% by using this material. You guys are at the cutting edge of this kind of information, and now that Tony's promoting it all over the world, it's going to spread really fast, so you better get on it, okay? The leads go to the salespeople working from home, and we have a virtual call center. So if you look at this over here, that's a list of the people who work from home. And what this does is it just routes the call off the radio, that 800 number, to people working out of their house. Some guy, when you call our organization, answers the phone, Robbins Research International, I can double your sales, who am I speaking to? That guy is in his underwear. And we don't care. Okay? So that's a list of them. And if I could scroll that bar down there, you'd see there's about 53 of those guys sitting at home, in their underwear, maybe, I don't know, they're in their pajamas, it doesn't really matter, answering the phone, Robbins Research International, right? Then we go further, this shows you the amount of calls, and here it says the date range, it's over a 12-day period, this person took 99 calls, this person took 132 calls, this woman sales rep took 129 calls, this sales rep took 134 calls, so over a 10-day business period, we never advertise on the weekends, those are all the calls that they're taking. And this is all in that virtual call center. It's all tracked. So we can monitor and track everything, and we can have, right now, 53 salespeople. I think we have more than that. This was a month ago or a couple months ago. And then this shows you, this is over a 6-week period, that even though we're generating, as I told you, 1,000 leads a week, that 4,000 of them got answered live, and 2,000 of them went to voicemail. 2,000 leads went to voicemail. And by the way, these phone numbers, the individual phone numbers, shows us the amount of response per phone number. And guess what that phone number is? It's either a different ad or a different radio station. So you have 100% tracking capability of every single ad that's coming in. And the salespeople are all on straight commission because they just answer the phone. Robbins Research International, I can double your sales. Who am I speaking to? Oh, this is Joe Smith. Yeah, you're looking for the free report, right? Now, it says call and leave us a voicemail. Why do we do that? Because 2,000 calls still went to voicemail. So you get voicemail, you're not even a little surprised, right? You get a live person, you're like, oh, I thought I was going to get voicemail. Oh, yeah, most people do get voicemail because we get a lot of calls, but I can help you way more than voicemail. You got lucky, you got a live body. Oh, okay, you want the free reports, right? Yes, I do. Okay, great. Let me get your information. I'll get those right out to you. And then we go about helping those people, right? So then this shows you the next thing. If you go back here, it's like a little picture of a magnifying glass there. Click on the magnifying glass for an individual rep, and you can see every call that they took. This gives you caller ID, so we capture 100% of the phone numbers of every person who calls us. Even if they don't leave us a phone number, it doesn't matter. We've got caller ID in there. But if you probably can't see it, but as you go over, it tells you the city and town they're calling in from. It gives you their address. It's scary. This is all public information, and just from a computer on the call in, we're capturing all this information about every single person. And then that little speaker phone you see there, that little speaker thing, that is the ability to listen to the calls. So that revolutionized our world, because now we can hear what these reps are saying, and they know we're going to be listening. So they better stay with the script that we gave them to stay with. And sure as heck, I'm on there with a couple guys in the room, Rob and Michael, showing them this system for how to set up a virtual call center. And I go and I listen to one of the reps, and sure enough, it's some rep saying the exact wrong thing he should be saying with the CEO of all the companies listening to this thing. So this rep got tuned up really big time at the end of that conversation. Now we know it takes 11 to 14 minutes to make a sale from the time you call in, and we're going to try and talk you into jumping onto one of our web seminars. You're calling in for information, and I want to convert you right on the spot to taking one of our web seminars. That would be the ultimate accomplishment for you. Your core story is so damn good that you can just run it out on the radio, and the average person will call in and pay to attend your core story. So every day, people pay to attend ours, and if you look at the times here, I can't see it myself. Actually, I can see it right here. Okay, so the top one says 30 seconds. That was a brush off. 6 minutes. I know it takes 11 to 14 minutes. The second one was 6 minutes. That guy did not make a sale. The next one is 17 minutes. That's probably a sale. The next one is 12 minutes. This particular guy I know is long-winded. I know he didn't make that sale. 4 minutes didn't make the sale. 15 minutes, probably a sale. 8 minutes didn't make a sale. 25 minutes, he better make that sale. Talk to a guy for 25 minutes, you better have taken his credit card and gotten him into one of our webinars, or I'm going to be upset because, by the way, you pay for this service by the minute. Okay? But it's cheap. You should hope you get a big bill, So if you're interested in having a virtual call center, there are 2 ways you can go. You can call them directly. There's their phone number, 888-550-2438. It's a really cool service. You can have all your employees work from home. Or Tony and I have an alliance called Take It Virtual. It helps companies manage and transition the entire process. So again, I'm showing you here, I'm laying us open to you, showing you all of our strategies and techniques, using us as an example. So here's another radio spot.
Attention business owners. 45 million Americans now do some or all of their work from home. Companies by the droves are going virtual. This means everyone works from home. This is the way of the future, even for large companies. The benefits? We went virtual years ago, eliminating millions in office expense, which we put into growth initiatives that have helped us double sales 2 years in a row. We've worked out all the kinks, investigated hundreds of systems. We got this down to a science and can now show any company owner the tools and structure you need to take it virtual. You can record every call that goes into the homes of your staff, track all their activities, access all their data, expertly manage and see their activities, and from anywhere in the world, them or you as the company owner. And I can't tell you how much this has meant to me personally. I'm Chet Holmes, and I run 12 companies from my home with more freedom, better concentration, and less stress than ever before. There are some insights that make this work, and we like to give you those insights for free. If you're even a little interested in how you can eliminate office, telephone, and other expenses, increase star sales staff for little or no money, and get maximum tracking and productivity, all virtually, then call and leave us a voicemail to get our free report, Taking It Virtual. Call 800-570.
Good. What do you guys think? This sounds like a good spot, right? It sounds like a compelling offer, okay? That's something that we do. And again, I'm teaching you guys how to do it. You don't have to get our help at all. But if you want it, I just want to make it easy for you. Is that okay? Okay? But I'm teaching you what we do and how we do it, and it's going to go deeper. By the end of these 5 days, you're not going to have a question. But some people in this room would be like, you know what? Let's just have you guys do it, And I learned that the hard way, too. So can you play the high-end spot? This is another spot, too. Because I know some of you in this room fit this bill. Go ahead.
Attention business owners. You may have heard some of our radio messages. 6,000 CEOs telephone us every month. 99% of companies that call us are small, and boy do we have ways to make them more successful and profitable. But this message is for larger companies who are looking for more serious leverage. We helped a $2 billion company shift their strategy to being more educational in their approach, and their advertising response went up 16,000% in a single week. We helped a $10 million company concentrate on their appointment setting skills with intensity for 20 weeks, and they went from 4 appointments per rep per week to 12 to 16 appointments. That's a 300 or 400% increase. Same reps, just new skills, expertly and relentlessly implemented. We want to offer you a free breakthrough conversation that will rock your world. Heck, we'll give you the biggest breakthrough of your career as our opening gift just for calling and leaving us a voicemail with your email or post address. Call 800-330-2100. If you're doing over 10 million and up to 200 billion and want serious breakthroughs, call 800-330.
Okay, thank you. And I am making a really big point with all these radio spots and all these services because you should have a roster of things just like this. So that's our next exercise to take you guys. So let me show you our script. So they call in to get the free report. You need to get their data first. So you're calling to get that free report, right? We send that to you by email. What's your email address? Bam, get the email. To make sure I send you the right report, what kind of business do you have? That's our next question. So then they tell us what kind of business we have. And then, okay, well, that eliminates a bunch of reports. Well, I got a lot of really great reports in just about every area you can imagine. So can you tell me what your biggest challenge is? And now we're talking about their pain. And this is all like in the first 3 minutes of the conversation. You're going to build rapport, and then at some point you're going to say, you know, it sounds to me, the reports are already on the way, because we do give them fantastic reports, really killer reports. But I can tell you, because we track everything, we monitor everything, as you will do when we're done with you, you will become machine-like in your sales and marketing, machine-like precision by the time we're done with you here. I can tell you, most of those people never even read the articles that we send them. They never read them. So you're listening to that ad on the radio, and if we don't talk to you live, the chance of you doing something is like 0.6%. It's so small. So we know, and again, all those ads appeal to what kind of person? A CEO, an owner of a company, that's who we're interested in reaching. So our first webinars were free, and we never used radio because I couldn't justify a sales force, so it was all affiliate marketing. And we filled, hundreds of webinars with thousands of people, all through affiliate marketing, to get on our free webinar. So here's what would happen. How many people in this audience are busy as can be? You're busy as hell. Okay? You get this notice from somebody you trust, maybe Tony Robbins, and it says, I love this webinar, it's really great. You sign up for it, it's free. And at the last minute, you go, that free thing. And half the people who signed up for the free webinar didn't show up, and guess which half? All you guys. The guys we want, because you're here at this event, you're learning, you're investing in your business. That's the guy we want. That guy's too busy, and he didn't show up. So then we said, well, let's try charging for the webinar. Man, it changed our whole world. And this is what I'm telling you. If your information is good enough, you can actually charge for it. Every single one of you can have a core story that's so strong, you can charge for it. And now you have a self-funding growth strategy. So we started charging $39, and I gave $30 to the salesperson. So if a salesperson can make 5 sales a day, they can make $150 a day. Okay? Well, most of them didn't make 5 sales a day. So then we tested, and you're going to learn all about this, testing, at $99, and now we gave $84 to the salesperson because it cost me $15 to take that $99. Credit card charge and the operations center that we use in order to process everything and do all our customer service and our billing and our websites and everything. We pay a percentage of our revenue to them. Then we started charging $199, and you know what we found? Because here's our offer, by the way. You attend our webinar for free, Mr. Prospect. You get on it, and I'm going to take your credit card to hold your spot, but you don't pay until after you attend and only if you think it's worth it. So you attend the webinar for free, and at the end of the webinar, if you don't think it's worth it, we'll put the number right up on the screen, and you call there and say, my name is John Smith, I attended the webinar, it wasn't worth it. Okay, Mr. Smith, your card is never charged. Does that seem fair? Great. What credit card would you like to use to reserve your spot? Okay? So we started charging $199, and now the sales rep gets $120. Most of you don't realize you can probably, if your core story is strong enough, you can probably sell the information. Okay, and I'm going to help you understand this. Basic income structure. Rep takes 120 calls. I showed you what they're taking. Over a 10-day, converts 20%. Our average is 29%, but let's just go low here. At $120, it's $2,800 bucks. And then if at the end of that webinar, the prospect buys a training program, we pay the rep a $300 bonus. So if you look at that, we convert 20% of all the people who go on the webinars, take a next step with us and buy a comprehensive training program like this one. This exact program. In fact, you people watching at home, that's probably how you got into our world when this becomes that home study. So pay for one of our reps for 2 weeks. It'd be about $4,300, right? $8,000, $9,000 a month from home in your underwear. Can you get decent talent for that kind of money? Yes. Working from home. So it's a really great, and then we have a career path. The best get to go on to become web presenters. They're fantastic. They are real stars. The guys who are actually doing the webinars, they're all 9s and 10s. They have to be. Okay, top presenter can earn $40,000 per month from home. What kind of talent can you get if you can pay that kind of money? Gets the best talent in the world, which is exactly what we have. The absolute best talent in the world. That's a recruiting secret, by the way. You want the best talent in the world? Find a way to pay for the best talent in the world, and you'll find it. But again, we have seminars coming up. Churn and burn, okay? That's another aspect. When you have a large sales staff on straight commission, they're going to churn and burn. They're going to come in, they're going to burn out fast, and they're going to go. So it's going to happen. Get ready for the turnover. Because I've had people try this and go, the first guy I hired didn't work out. And I go, well, when the next 9 don't work out and the 10th guy does, now you'll be on your way. Okay? We pay a recruiter an override on all sales because we need to constantly recruit. So I said, we cut a deal with a fantastic executive, said, tell you what, how about you recruit for us full time and we'll give you a percentage of sales. Then we needed someone to train these people all the time. So we said, how about we give you an override on all sales to do all of the training. So, and then the operations, I already told you, is on straight commission, and the presenters are on straight commission. So the entire model cost me absolutely nothing. It's on straight commission, unless it's making me money, and then I don't mind. Okay? Our entire operation is on commission. We have zero risk except the cost of the radio, which fortunately, you heard the spots, they pull like hell. Works really great. Sales meetings once per week to tune them up. We play sample calls. So the one where I found that guy saying stuff he shouldn't have been saying, we play that for all 53 of them virtually, all in their home, right? One of the things we constantly stress is the hardest sale we make is probably the guy we really want. That's you, you're in this room, you're an alpha male, you're an alpha female, you're on your way in, you hear one of our spots, you call in, you do not want to get into an 11-minute conversation with some salesperson, you just want the report. We know you're never going to read the damn report. So we spend an inordinate amount of time training the salespeople how to take that guy or that woman who we know is the alpha male or alpha female, who we know if we get them onto our webinar, they're going to want every single service or product that we have. And we spend an inordinate amount of time on how you get that busy person to shut the hell up and listen and learn enough to be able to get on the webinar. Superb webinar content, fantastic. Some of this stuff is taught. It's like, maybe a 10-minute survey on the core story where your brain goes, okay, I can see that's a really good idea. But you know you're not ready to do it without some help. I would give away our webinar every day to sell our services and products on the back end. But when we gave it away, we couldn't get the right people to show up. And the more money we charged, the higher the show-up ratio, and the closing ratio was the same because there's no risk if the content isn't good. Does that make sense? Do you guys see this? Okay, how many people here can use this strategy? Okay, when I'm finished, you'll all raise your hand. Who thinks you can't use this strategy? Doesn't apply to you. Okay, can we get this gentleman a mic?
Hi, Chet.
Hi.
I'm in legal services.
You're in legal services.
Yeah, so
who do you sell to?
B2B and B2C.
Okay, so you don't have any information that you could sell as a seminar to someone who might also be a good potential client for you? Heck yes. You could use the entire strategy. Next person. No, I'm serious. What are you saying? Right? You don't understand? You get it, right? How about her right there?
Okay, I have a home care agency, well, several of them.
Okay.
We take care of people in their homes.
Okay, this is easy. This
Help me
fits
out.
right in there. So who is your target?
My target is you for your old ones. My target is somebody old who
Okay,
needs care at
so
home.
can you put on a webinar that teaches me the 5 most important things I better know for caring for an elderly parent or sibling or?
I suppose it doesn't
You
sound
can
like a real
absolutely, you can absolutely do it. Just has to be, can you, look, what's your name?
Sexy. Are people going to pay for that?
What's your name?
Gail.
Gail. So Gail, is there any insights that I should have? I have 2 elderly parents who I now take care of financially. Is there any insights that I should have on taking care of those elderly parents? Yes or no?
Yes, you should use our service.
Okay. But could you teach me insights that would help me be more effective in selecting that service?
Yes.
Okay. So
Will you
if
pay
it was
for
good
it?
enough, you could charge me for it.
Will you
And
pay
then-
for it?
Yeah.
Will you be my first client?
If it's good enough, you can charge me for it, right? Do you not understand it? If it's good enough, you can charge me for it. Yeah, and you could go on the radio in your local market and you'd get hundreds of people a week calling in to get that free information on that report. And then you could say, you know what, you might want to take one of our webinars. And here, let me tell you what we do. You get on our webinar for free. It's only $39 and it contains over $2 million worth of research. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute, because like every core story practically has $2 or $3 or $4 million worth of research in it. You don't pay $2 or $3 million, but one study might have cost $370,000. So you get 5 or 6 studies where you're gleaning information to put in your core story, and you can legitimately say to your prospects, we have over $3 million worth of research in this information that we're going to teach you. And I'll tell you what, if you don't think it's worth it, you don't have to pay. Okay? And it's only $39. Maybe you can't sell yours for $200. We can sell ours for $200 because at the end of our webinar, we do an exercise where you tell us how much it was worth. That's a wonderful experience. We go, so what do you think this is worth, ma'am or mister? And you figure it all out. And then we ask you. And we say, what do you think it was worth? Oh, it's $250,000 to me. How about you? $2.6 million. How about you? 5 point. And I'm serious. Like at the end of our webinar, those are the kind of figures people are yelling out. Then we click to the next slide. It says, anybody want a refund? Nobody takes a refund. You could absolutely use the model, okay? Any one of you here can. No, let's keep going. Expanding on the model. It costs 6 times more to get a new client than it does to sell something to an existing client. So what else can you sell? So this training program in which you are participating will become, I will predict, and I really have great authority to say this, the most comprehensive business growth training program in the world today. And at the end of this, you will tell me if I'm right, okay? The most comprehensive, meaning that you can buy the training you're going to get here, you can buy it in 50 different places. But you can't get all of it in one place where it all works together any place except right here in this room, or you folks at home. This is it, the most comprehensive training program in the world today for growing a business. And again, Tony told you all about the event, so I'm not going to do that. So that is the core product that we are selling. Then we have radio and we have other means. Of course, we have 100 other means of driving leads. Then we drive them to the webinar. Then we provide free coaching when you buy one of our training products, because we've seen that you'll get 400% more results if you buy one of our training products and you have a coach with it. How many people here would love to come away from this event and have someone hold your ass to the fire for the next year to make sure you implement all this stuff? Right? Okay? So that leads to ongoing coaching, right? Which is another service that we provide. And then we have recruiting, because we have a fantastic training, you're going to get it here, on how to recruit top producers. And I'm going to show you how it's a dynamic growth strategy for every one of you. Smallest company in the room who you're thinking there's no way I can use salespeople, like maybe Gail over there, I'm going to show you how you could have 10 salespeople working for you in the next 30 days. And we're going to teach you how to recruit them and everything. But some people just say, you know what, you guys are so good at it, I'll just pay you to do it. So we have that service. We have search engine marketing, which you're going to learn a ton about that. I mean, it's 85% in some categories, and in a lot of major categories, 85% of all sales now originate in a search engine. That's somebody doing a research. These are buyers in hunt mode. Do you want to be at the top of those search engines? Yes or yes? Okay, so we got like 5 experts teaching you that here, the best in the world. But we can do it for you. We have design services, the finest design services in the world for graphic design. We have web design as part of the search engine marketing. We have Take It Virtual, which we already talked about. We have CRM. which is part of the Take It Virtual offer. Remember that part where it said, we track everything, you'll know everything, so you can go online, you can look. If you've got 100 people, we have 200 people working from home. We know what every single one of them is doing every single minute of the day, no matter where they are or what they're doing. In fact, we design most of what they're doing, and the CRM system tells them what to do. I don't have to worry about them actually doing it. Okay? And then we do all this for you. Brochures and sales literature, we'll do your advertising for you, do your direct mail for you. We'll oversee your core story, we'll give you full strategy, weekly sales management. We'll actually run your sales meetings and CEO coaching. So I'm showing you, we started off really, all we wanted to sell was this. But it costs a ton of money to get people to show up for this. This whole machine at the top here costs a ton of money. So then all of these are services. So now it's your turn. How many different offers can you give off the back end of your product? You understand that? Yeah. Think about what the opportunity is there. That's why Harrison here, 61st fastest growing company in America, guys start off with one service. How many companies do you have these days? He doesn't even know. 25? You're 30 now? Okay. A year ago it was 15. Serious, crazy entrepreneur. Okay? So yours goes down here. Like, yours goes down like this. So this is in your binders, and I would tell you, take some time and look at, and here, back-end services. So, right, these were training products. This whole row here were all training products that now we have the services. So I've got training on it. You're going to get it all here. But some of you are big enough, you say, you know what? Yeah, just do it for us. You guys are good at it. Okay, and then down here, this says annuity because you want something that's annuity-based. What that means is somebody signs up for something and they keep going. So you have a revenue stream that you can count on no matter what. If you don't get out of bed in the morning, what is your annuity? And then this says, even if you don't stock, store, ship, or even make it yourself, what else can you offer? So a lot of times, 2 or 3 of those services that we're offering, we don't make them, we're just recommending them and getting involved in the middle. We're just playing a representative for those companies. So if you're generating the client, let me tell you, every one of you should have a backend that looks like this.